Okay, I think it's audible. Yeah, so let's get started. Now, there were some things in current affairs uh, like Ebola virus, but most of those that are given in your sheet also, that we have already covered in earlier current affairs lectures. Now, one thing that I want to tell you that the Honorable Chairman of UPSC, he tweeted about this, that the questions that we picked were from government sources, especially PIB and the government websites. Okay, now considering that fact, if you check, like people were able to trace back around 29 questions. So out of all the current affairs questions, 29 of them were directly from PIB. Okay, now PIBs usually are very difficult to cover because there are so many releases every day. But as a teacher, like of science and technology, I can identify that what might be the important topics. Most of them come in Hindu and Indian Express also, but some questions that I saw were picked directly from PIB that were not in those newspapers. So that's why covering PIB becomes important. And for science and tech, I'll be doing it for you. Science and tech scattered in many different ministries. So I have tried to compile it, whatever are important according to me, that I am doing this week. Okay. Other week, whatever is in news. Okay, now whether there is PIB, something related to it is published by PIB or not, that we will cover. Okay, so that as well as PIB is what we have to cover in science and technology. Okay, so now all these are from PIB. We'll get started. Okay, first one. First one is about this launch of India's first skycast system, that is called on the at the IGI airport, Delhi. Okay, now who? So basically, this minister, Dr. Jitendra Singh, he has launched this, and what he has launched, this is India's first skycast system. So we'll first understand what is this system, and then we'll move forward. So now, what is skycast? Okay, this has been installed in IGI airport, New Delhi. This is the first airport in India which is getting this. Now, let's understand. So what is Skycast? Skycast will provide real-time weather intelligence to pilots, reducing flight delays, diversions and cancellation caused by fog and turbulence. Now, what is the Skycast? So in Skycast, what they are essentially doing, they are taking information from different weather monitoring systems. Okay, whether that be about fog, turbulence, wind speeds, all these are being measured, and eventually they are giving this information to the pilots that are trying to land and take off from the IGI airport. This will lead to reduction in delays. Like recently also you might have heard that before the IPL final also, one thing happened with Gujarat Titans is in Chandigarh their flight got delayed because of such reasons, correct? So now, to avoid such reasons or to have this knowledge beforehand, what they want is they have developed a system. Now India is not, of course, the first country to do this. India is actually the 19th country to have such a system. This is first time in any of our airports. Now the next Skycast is touted to come at Jewar Airport and followed by other airports in India. Okay, so this will go on. This is what we understand as Skycast. Now, this is developed under Mission Mosam, not Project Mosam. Project Mosam is a Ministry of Culture scheme that we are not talking about. We are talking about Mission Mosam. Now, what is Mission Mosam? So this is a mission under Ministry of Earth Sciences. Earth Sciences. Okay, some people don't even know this ministry exists. So this is Ministry of Earth Sciences. Okay, now see the aim of this. This is Ministry of Earth Sciences. Now, see, weather and climate smart nation. This is the aim of this particular mission Mosam. Now, it is a very general thing. Weather and climate smart nation. This overlaps with many different sectors. Correct? Now, this is important for aviation, also important for agriculture, also important for forest management. Correct? So, in all these things, weather monitoring becomes important. So all these sectors will be involved here. That is why project or mission MOSM is a very umbrella mission or scheme under which we have developed SkyCast. Understood? Developed under mission MOSM, SkyCast integrates advanced atmospheric technologies for safer takeoff and landings. Fine till here? Then now, what this system combines, that you understand. So this system actually combines radar, wind profiler, wind speed, direction, all that. Then ground based fog aerosol spectrometer. Okay, so understanding fog spectrometer is to understand what is the composition, all those. LIDAR is light emitting. Okay, so basically light detection and ranging. This is a kind of active system or active sensors. Then all these are being used now. Sensors to monitor atmosphere up to 3 kilometer. Okay, up to 3 kilometer. Now suddenly you will find that UPSC, when they are making a wrong statement, they will just make it 30 kilometer. Now 30 kilometer, anyway you should be able to eliminate that. If you are trying to monitor weather, 30 kilometers is too far up, correct? So it must be wrong. Like that you can get to, but that is why you should have some understanding that it should be around 1 to 3 kilometers like this. So up to 3 kilometer it will try to cover. Understood? Simple thing, simply you can understand. That much only is needed. Now, so Dr. Jitendra Singh said SkyCast is one of the biggest landmark in India's aviation history, as it combines multiple atmospheric observation technologies for fog monitoring, okay, turbulence detection and high impact weather forecasting. It integrates state-of-the-art atmospheric remote sensing technologies. All these technologies that you saw, including this, whatever technologies, these together, they are doing what? They are trying to sense what is happening on the Earth's surface, correct? Or whatever is happening near the Earth's surface, that is the weather. So this is called remote sensing, correct? Then the core is of course that advanced boundary layer radar wind profiler. Radar wind profiler is the core and other things are also integrated in it. Then last thing, the scientific foundation of SkyCast came from this Wi-Fi experiment. So this was some experiment that was done by IIT Madras and IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, under Ministry of Earth Sciences. So they did some experiment in 2015 to understand the impact of fog, how we can manage fog conditions in IGI airport. So it started with that. Now we have come up with a full-fledged system called SkyCast. Then, now this is important. This has become like similar question was made for Gagan. Okay, for Gagan they said, they gave a very specific statement that this can be used in only aviation sector, correct? That statement was wrong. This statement for SkyCast will also be wrong. See this. Beyond aviation, SkyCast observations will support advanced forecasting models, artificial intelligence enabled decision support system, urban weather monitoring, pollution management, transport advisories, disaster preparedness. Can you see? It has much wider applications also. This can be made into a statement. Okay, so weather forecasting is fine, pollution management, transport advisories, disaster preparedness, all these are also possible. So basically, many things that are under Project MOSM, all these which are impacted by changing weather, this initiative can help in that. Understood? This is it for the first topic. Now, let's go further. Now we come to the second topic, which is clear. Now, you can see the ministry also. At the top only, it is written. Okay, this was Ministry of Earth Sciences. The other one, see this. This is Ministry of Science and Technology. Now, this we need to understand. This is clear technology can revolutionize protein and imaging and facilitate detection of cancer and neurobiological diseases. Now, Ministry of, let's start seeing it. Now, first thing. So what is this clear technology that we need to understand? See, the full form first, you see. Full form, we must see first. You won't get anything from the full form, but we should see that first. Now, what is clear? So this is a novel imaging platform called Cleavable Light Erased Antibody Receptor, Antibody Reporter. Now, what is this? See, right now the systems that we have, see, protein detection is important, that you understand. Protein are very important component. Protein are primary orchestrators of all your biological functions, correct? All your biochemical reactions, biological functions are decided by your proteins. Hormones are protein, enzymes are proteins, everything is proteins, all these. So proteins are very important, that you understand. Now, understanding what protein is located where within a cell, within a tissue, how the amino acids are structured, how it is folded, all these are very important, correct? To understand protein, their use cases, and then we can also develop new kinds of medicine, correct, using those. So for this reason, we want to understand proteins better. Now, let's see what this system does. So they have come up with something known as clear. Now, why this clear is unique? So this clear system, originally what we do, we try to, using some markers, we try to gauge a particular type of protein only, or protein in a particular location only, correct? But that leads to very fragmented studies. Now this clear mechanism, this whole thing is doing what? It is able to see many proteins at once using single marker. So using single marker in your body, it will be able to detect certain proteins and their location in different tissues and different cells. So that is what mainly it does. Then mapping a large number of proteins within their native spatial context has remained a major challenge. Now, who has developed this? This is important. So basically Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research, Bangalore has developed this imaging platform called Clear. Now see this. So this, with the potential of transforming diagnosis. Now, of course, if you can understand proteins better, it is important for transforming diagnosis in areas such as cancer biology, immunology, and neurological disorders, where understanding spatial protein organization is critical. Now, understand this term. This can be asked as a term, which is spatial protein organization. What is this? This is location of specific protein in our body. So some specific markers I have, that marker can find out a particular protein. Now, it can do it using the clear mechanism. It can do it for many different tissues of my body. So it will find out the location of specific protein in our body and arrangement of amino acids on it. So how in that particular protein, how amino acids are arranged, correct? What is the folding pattern? All that can be done here. So this is spatial protein organization, correct? Spatially, how is protein organized? Understood? Then this is the second news. All this detail of how this works, that is not very important for us. Last thing is this term, spatial proteomics. Now, spatial proteomics is maps exact location of a protein within a cell or tissue. Now you have understood spatial, then you can see protein, proteomics, correct? So study of spatial arrangement of protein or where it is located within a cell or tissue. This is spatial proteomics, can be asked as a term. Then now this will also help us in making these two things. One is precision medicine and the other is guided targeted therapies. So you might have heard of something known as GLP-1 receptors. You might have heard of certain hormones that are being injected in people. All those are what? They're forms of proteins, correct? So for that, understanding of protein becomes very important. So if we want to make those therapies, for that this is important. Also for precision medicine. Precision medicine is what? Each person, or precisely it should be catering to a particular issue in the body only. That is called precision medicine. It usually also involves a quotient of personalized medicine, which is specific to a person. Understood? Then this was the second news. Now the third news. This is light powered nano catalyst offers sustainable affordable way for producing part for manufacturing medicines and chemicals. Now let's understand what is this. So the researchers from INST, This is the Institute of Nanoscience and Technology, Mohali. This is an institution under Department of Science and Technology. They have developed this. What have they developed? They have developed this system. Now, see this system. All this is fine. Yeah, this is the system. This is a hybrid nano catalyst. Understand what is this? See, catalyst, you understand? Catalyst does what? Catalyst can make a reaction happen. Correct? How can it make a reaction happen? Understand that. So, if some reaction has this energy barrier without catalyst, that makes the reaction very difficult to happen. Now, if you apply catalyst, then this energy barrier actually reduces. So that means catalyst ensures that a reaction takes place and it is not stopped in between. Correct? So this is the role of catalyst. Now, the problem with catalyst is, for example, heat and certain molecules, all these can act as catalyst. But the problem is that very extreme conditions are usually required for the action of catalyst. Correct? And they are not that effective also. Now, they have come up with a very beautiful system, a hybrid system, which can work with very low energy and everything. Also, you will be able to get the reaction. This catalyst will be so good that even with low energy, very low energy, the reaction will take place. So we'll understand why it is so good. Now, see, so it is a combination of three things. One is gold nanoparticles. Okay, now gold nanoparticles have a beautiful property that they can absorb a lot of heat. Correct? They can absorb light energy. So they will absorb light energy. Correct? Now this gold nanoparticle will transfer this to body pi. What is this? This is nothing but this is just light absorbing dye. So this will act like a bridge. So this bridge will do what? Whatever gold nanoparticles, the light that it absorbed, it will be transferred to body pi. Body pi is like a bridge or dye, and then this will transfer it to palladium. Correct? Now, what palladium will do? Palladium is the active catalyst. This is the real catalyst that will promote the reaction. So what will happen here? Active catalyst that receives the energy and triggers the chemical reaction. Now, why is this so much better than normal way? Because normally getting or giving energy to palladium requires a lot of energy, or to activate palladium or to make it a much better catalyst, it requires a lot of energy. Why a lot of energy? Because it is not activated easily. But here, because we are using this system where you have gold nanoparticles which are very good absorbers of light energy, so when they absorb energy, you will be able to absorb a lot of energy even in smaller sections, smaller proportion. Then you transfer it using body pi to palladium. Now palladium will be much more activated, and even with small amount of energy also you can cross this barrier and the reaction will take place. Understood? This is what is being done here. This is the hybrid nano catalyst, a combination of these three: gold nanoparticle, body pi and palladium. Fine. Then nothing much left is here. Nothing much is left here. Now, institute you understood. This is Institute of Nanoscience and Technology, Mohali, and what it does, this you see. Now, researchers have developed a novel light-driven catalyst that could obviate use of toxic solvents, high temperatures, and energy-intensive processes. Correct? These are the issues. We have to use toxic solvents, high temperature, energy-intensive technologies. Why? So that the reaction takes place. But if our catalyst is so good, even without these three, even at non-toxic solvents, even at lower temperature, even without giving more energy, we will be able to get the reaction done. That is the role of catalyst, which is being done very good by that hybrid nano catalyst. Then globally there is need to reduce pollution, energy consumption and the use of toxic chemicals in industrial processes, and that's why this becomes important. I have already explained you much better way than what has been explained here. Then Yeah, it can help improve existing technologies by allowing chemical reactions to occur under milder and more environmentally friendly conditions, such as using water instead of harmful solvents and light instead of high heat. Correct? Simple. You don't have to use high heat. Small amount of light, slowly, GNPV or gold nanoparticles will pick it up and then transfer it to palladium. Very good system. That's it. Then next we come to this from Ministry of Defense. Now, this is a multilateral exercise, Pragati 2026. This concluded at Amroi, Meghalaya. Okay, now, so these exercises are sometimes asked. Now, because this is a one-liner, we will keep it as one-liner. Okay, I can explain you the details that are given here. Okay, I read about it because I am interested in it, but you don't need to. So we will focus on whatever is needed, that much only. Now, the maiden edition of multilateral exercise Pragati 2026 conducted at Onroi Military Station, Meghalaya. Okay, now most people, if you have not read this, just by reading Meghalaya, people will cancel it. Correct? So this is actually correct. This is Pragati 2026. This is the maiden edition or the first edition, and this has been concluded in Meghalaya. That much only is needed. Now, who were there? That you need to know. That is the participation came from 13 friendly foreign countries. Now, where does that all those foreign countries lie? 13 foreign countries. All of them are from Indian Ocean region. Pragati also stands for Partnership of Regional Armies for Growth and Transformation. We have to make Pragati, so we have made this. Now, this is important. Which countries are involved? Countries in the Indian Ocean region. Now, how do you remember this? So all these countries are written: India, Bhutan, Cambodia, Malaysia, Maldives. All these are written. Now, how do you remember them? See this diagram. There's one more, which is Bhutan. Now you see here. So one country that you will invariably forget is Seychelles. Seychelles is also in Indian Ocean region, just beside Africa, if you remember. Correct? So that is Seychelles, here somewhere close to between India and Africa. Then Seychelles is an island, that is also there. Then Sri Lanka is also there, and all these countries, here you won't be doing wrong, all these countries of ASEAN are there, because this is the Indian Ocean region. Correct? From here you start having Pacific. Now please don't forget Nepal and Bhutan also. So these three countries you must not forget. Nepal and Bhutan are also there. Seychelles is also there. All these anyway you will remember. These are the countries that are involved in Pragati 2026. This is a joint military exercise. This much only you have to remember, and of course somewhere in Meghalaya, Umroi in Meghalaya. If we remember this much only, that also will be enough. Then we come to last thing, which is PM Vani. Now, what is PM Vani? So first let's look at the full form. Yeah. What is PM Vani? Prime Minister's Wi-Fi Access Network Interface. This is PM Vani. Prime Minister's Wi-Fi Access Network Interface. Now, ultimately, what is this simply? If I were to tell you simply, this is Wi-Fi being provided by the government. Now, understand this. First thing, PM Vani is by Ministry of Communication. Who is the minister here? Jyotiraj Scindia is the minister here. Now, this is Department of Telecommunication is under which you have PM Vani. Department of Telecommunications comes under Ministry of Communication. This is different from METI. METI is what? Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. That is different. Okay, this is different. Ministry of Communication is different. Now, how this works, that you understand first. See, this is not free. First of all, one statement will definitely be that this is a free Wi-Fi initiated by Government of India. It was also circulating on WhatsApp that this is free. No, this is not free. This is pay as you go internet service. Though it is very, very cheap. It is like 6 rupees one day. Okay, 12 or I think 10 rupees 2 days, like that. So basically it is very cheap, very, very cheap. But it is not free. So it is pay as you go internet service. Now, how you can get this? So government is actually providing opportunity to your local kirana stores, any shops, post offices, anyone who wants to become a hotspot for this. So basically 4 lakh plus active hotspots are now there of PM1E. Any of them, so any of them you can use to connect to Wi-Fi, and you have to pay that small amount of fees that is there. Understood? This is PM1E. Now, what new has been done that you understand now? So these are the new measures. Okay, this new measures only is written 3-4 times in this PIB article. So basically, 3 things. First is they have introduced QR based authentication for laptop and secondary devices. So let's say I bought it. I bought that 6 rupees pack. Now I have to use it on my phone. But what if I want to use it on my laptop? Now I have already paid, correct? So ideally I should be allowed to use it on my laptop also. Now you are allowed. Now you are allowed using QR based authentication. So on your phone you can get that QR and you can get it scanned from your laptop to get the Wi-Fi there also, correct? Then introduction of flexible short duration Wi-Fi plans of this. So not just of 1 hour, it is now 1 day. It is now Wi-Fi plan of 15, 30, 60 minutes. Even these small plans should be available to people because usually they are not near Wi-Fi hotspots all the time. So for this time if I need, I can buy it and use it. Then standardization of PM1E hotspot names. So earlier it used to be some random names. Now they will try to standardize the PM1E. So every place you will only get PM1E. Whatever may be the hotspot, you pay and you start using PM1E. You don't have to worry where is that hotspot, how do I connect. All the names will be standardized. These are the 3 things that came up here. A typical arrangement will work something like this that I have written. You open the PM1E app. PM1E app you can get from Play Store. You can download it. Then you locate the hotspot, correct? Whatever you are getting nearby. Then an OTP will come and you have to pay and use. Some payment you have to make for that. You have to do that. Then you will get an OTP and then you get connected to the internet. Now, if you want to use it on a secondary device, then you have QR for your secondary devices. Simple as that. Understood? Then these 3 things only are there. So this was the Minister of State who was tweeting about it, that now we want to make PM1E our platform for universal public Wi-Fi access. Now because see, this is not wrong. Understand the difference. If this is the line written, this is a universal public Wi-Fi access network, something like this, or Wi-Fi access. Yes, this is absolutely correct. But if it says it is a free public Wi-Fi access, no, this is not free. Please understand this bifurcation. If they give, I think they will use this only because to get your question wrong. Okay. So this is it for all our topics on PIB that came. If you want for people who are from this institution, they will get it on their portal. For those who are not, they can go to UPSC_Prakhar on Telegram and you will get the PDF if you want this PDF. Okay, so this is it for your Science and Tech Current Affairs this week. And we are done. Oh, sorry. There's one more. Yeah. Sorry. Oof. Yeah, there is one more. INS Sudarshini. Nothing much here. INS Sudarshini. What is this? This is a training ship for new officers. Okay. So what Now, you must not get confused. That's why I have taken this. So basically, this is INS Sudarshini. Now, this is a ship. All these new trainees and everyone will go in them, and they go around the world, and then they do small exercises. They will meet and greet different countries. So it will increase India's goodwill, and it will also train all these naval officers. So this is INS Sudarshini. Now, so recently India's Navy's sail training ship INS Sudarshini arrived at Antigua on 27th May 2026 after successfully completing a historic transatlantic passage as part of ongoing Lokayan 26 expedition. So this is what we are doing. Lokayan 26 expedition is two things. One, we are training people, training our naval officers, and expanding India's goodwill all over the world. Now, this voyage is the first Atlantic crossing this after INS Tarangini in 2007. So after that, this is the first time we are crossing the entire Atlantic. Okay, but we have done this before, so nothing new about it. But you must know that what is this, because all the name is INS. Like INS Arihant is very important. It's a submarine, correct? That gives us nuclear triad capability. That is also INS. This is also INS. So that's why you need to know what is this. So Lokayan 26 is aimed at promoting maritime outreach, strengthening international goodwill, and showcasing India's rich seafaring traditions. In this visit, what the ship crew did, they participated in some professional interactions, cultural engagement, all this. Then this will continue to USA. Understood? Okay, now we are finally ending. The PDF is again at UPSC_Prakhar. That's it. Thank you.